Welcome to FilmOrbit, your entertainment universe. Yes, we have been away for a bit, but now we are back and we are coming in hot. Very soon you will see celebrity interviews, pan India film podcast, and of course, your very own mysterious masked man giving brutal, honest opinions on the latest releases. In fact, when Akshay Kumar himself walked into a theatre wearing a mask to get audience feedback for Houseful 5, we knew one thing for sure: your masked man was always right. Today we are diving into Kubera, a big ticket film directed by Shekhar Kamula, a filmmaker who completes 25 years in Tollywood. Congratulations bro, keep moving and keep growing. With Nagarjuna, Dhanush, Rashmika, Mandanna and Sarbh in the lead, the expectations are sky high for Kubera. Big cast, big concept. But does it deliver big impact? Let's find out. Kubera is supposed to be a slick tale of money, power, and deception. Sarbh plays a corrupt billionaire who wants to control newly discovered oil reserves by bribing top politicians to the tune of 1 lakh crore. That's not bribe, that's parallel economy. To move this black money, he brings in surprising Ali, a former CBI officer played by King Nagarjuna, who was once jailed for standing up against this very system. Irony, Jim helped put him there. Desperate to reunite with his wife and daughter with no hope of getting justice, Nagarjuna takes the offer. And being the intelligent strategist he is, he proposes an idea: transfer the money using fake shell companies run by 5 beggars, no names, no trace, and off the grid. But things take a dark turn when one of the beggars, played by Dhanush, escapes with too much of information and far too much money in his name. That's when Nagarjuna discovers the horrifying truth. Once the money is moved, these beggars are being killed off one by one, disposable pawns in a ruthless game. This setup had the potential to become an emotionally charged thriller. A man trapped in the system he once fought, now trying to protect innocent lives with his own family at risk. But here is where Kubera stumbles. Nagarjuna's arc, which should have been the film's emotional anchor, is underplayed. And the climax scene, which should leave the audience gutted, feels strangely flat and rushed. I'm not opening up the secret here. Let's talk about Dhanush. He plays one of the beggars picked up from the streets of Tirupati. The film gives him a tragic backstory, a flashback about his mother dying in a hit and run case, but it feels more like a checkbox than a genuine depth. And yet, Dhanush rises above the writing. His eyes, his body language, his instinct, they carry weight even when the script doesn't. His journey from an invisible man on the streets to a hunted cog in a billion-rupee crime web is compelling only because of his performance. Rashmika Mandanna plays a lively runaway girl, giving off light Jab-we-met energy, waiting in Mumbai for a lover who ghosted her. She keeps bumping into Dhanush, who's constantly on the run, and luckily, no unnecessary song and dance distractions here. Sarbh is a breath of fresh menace. Finally, a Bollywood actor playing a South villain who actually fits. Sharp, controlled, and totally convincing. Hats off to the dubbing artist too, smooth and classy. Live locations in Mumbai, including a real dump yard, bring raw authenticity. You can literally smell the city. The level of realism is rare in mainstream cinema. Hospital scene between Dhanush and Rashmika, surprisingly tender, subtle, warm and believable. Cinematography is stylish, production design is solid, and while the background score does its job, it could have been punchier during key emotional moments. King Nagarjuna plays a disgraced CBI officer framed, broken, and forced into submission. He strategizes, executes, and delivers the dirty job with clinical precision. But when he realizes that a pregnant beggar and other innocents are being killed after the money transfers, he decides to fight back. This should have been a powerful redemption arc. But the writing keeps pulling him down. Too many flashbacks, too much time explaining side characters, and not enough focus on his inner conflict. And then the final blow, his climax scene, a moment that should have shattered, rattled the theater, passes without impact. Kubera needed a hero. Dhanush is terrific, Nagarjuna is magnetic, but the screenplay doesn't allow either to become the emotional core. The biggest flaw, pacing. Shekhar Kamula spends too long building backstories. We don't need deep dives into every beggar's past. Trim 20 minutes, especially in the first half, and you've got a tight, engaging thriller. So, what's the final word on Kubera? Kubera is a brave attempt, stylish, different, and definitely not your regular masala flick. It flirts with brilliance but never fully embraces it. Watch it for Dhanush, for Jim Sarab, and for a storyline that dares to take a different route. But go in knowing it's a film that almost hits the emotional jackpot. With a sharper edit and tighter focus on Nagarjuna's arc, Kubera could have been an unforgettable film. Still, it makes a decent family watch, and we applaud Shekhar Kamula for trying to push the envelope within the commercial space. That's our take on Kubera, but what did you think? Did it work for you, or did it leave you wanting more? Tell us in the comment section below. And as always, like, share, and subscribe to FilmOrbit, your one-stop destination for honest reviews, sharp analysis, and yes, keep an eye out for the mysterious masked man. Until next time, stay safe, stay filmy, and stay tuned.